Avi Meyers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, wreaking havoc and chaos throughout the known universe. Sonny Hirsch, partner in crime, is behind the cameras. Don't blame Sonny for my political opinions. We don't always disagree, and often we strongly disagree, so don't do that. Caps, real big on caps. Chicago police, you need to get bigger on caps. That would be good. And anyway, it is my pleasure to introduce you to a frequent guest on the show, somebody who is very popular with the viewers, or we wouldn't keep having him. We're talking about, you know what, and as a matter of fact, Christian Aranda sent me an email giving your correct title. So I'm going to flash it down properly under the screen this time. But it is a pleasure to introduce you to a hospice chaplain for the Midwest Palliative and Hospice Care Center. And I know I didn't get the title right. I'm sorry, Rhonda and Christian, but I will get it on the screen right. Rabbi Pinchas Eisenbach. How you doing?
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
So what are you going to inform and illuminate us on today?
Well, I had a very good experience because now between Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year's, and Yom Kippur, which is the atonement, many people, ask a lot of questions. And I had a beautiful case where a lady told me that she cannot go to the synagogue. She used to pray. She says, I'm not that religious, but on the New Year's, I used to go always in the synagogue. What should I do? So I told her that, what did the doctor say? The doctor told me I should stay home and use all my medications. But I feel bad. Is it okay? I say, if it's okay with God, it's okay with you. But the thing I said, what I can do is, I can come blow shofar for you, which is the most important. She says, good. So we made a day, and she loved it. And then she asks me about songs, would I sing for them, for the family? I said, why not? And when we talk about songs in Judaism, there are two types of songs. There's something called a nigun, a song that is not limited to words, and also a song which is limited to a prayer, a certain amount of words, but you're finished. But a nigun, a song, is like a rhythm which continues all the time. It emanates from the heart, expression and feelings. And this is why I'm mentioning it. And then I also gave her a tape. Our Midwest Hospice made a tape, Sut Yusol music, Jewish music, that different people made tapes of nigunim, songs in Hebrew and in English and in Yiddish. So anyone who wants to listen to it can enjoy it. And we're giving it out to everyone who wants it. And this lady enjoyed it very much because she said, I have something to listen after the holiday, and thank you for your songs. And that's one thing I want to mention, why it's so important to listen to people, And after the holiday, she called me, thank you for coming, and at least I was able to pray a little, not so much, but I said, it's not the prayers, it's the kavanah, it's the intention. That's the most important. And that's where we have the story of Hannah in the book that we read on Rosh Hashanah, that Hannah was praying in Shmuel Aleph, Samuel Aleph, and we read that on the first day of Rosh Hashanah she was praying, but the way she was praying was in a different, awkward way. She was shaking Chaplain, shaking and moving her lips. And people thought, the rabbis and the congregants thought she was drunk. What is she shaking so much and not verbalizing? And she says, I'm praying out my heart. I'm for a child that I should have next year. And God did help her, and she did conceive a child next year. And this is why we read it on Rosh Hashanah, to show that Sarah, a matriarch, had a child and in old age, and she can also have a child. But it's not what you pray, it's the kavanah how you pray. So
the kavanah means the
intentions.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay, I appreciate it. The intention how you pray. And this is why we have a tape, songs limited to words, songs in Hebrew, in Yiddish, whatever people like. That's one thing I want to mention. I also want to mention that we have an inpatient unit which is called IPU at the hospital at Rush, and where we're going to move now to the Lieberman home as of December for the people who are critically ill on 9700 Grosse Pointe Road. So we're having a special unit for the people.
Right across from the Skokie Cable place.
Exactly.
Hi, Mike. It's Mike Ewell. who runs the place.
And it's very important because the inpatient unit takes in people at critical moments, the last few days, the last 2-3 weeks, a week, when we give 24-hour services. And that's very important because it's private rooms, not only private rooms, there's a nurse 24 hours a day, proportionally one-to-one, one-on-one, which is very important. So I thought I would mention it.
No, very good. So, you just had a big event, as a matter of fact, both Christian Gover and Rhonda Werner, is
Werner, yeah.
Yeah. They invited me. It just wasn't possible for me to get there that day. So, how was it?
It was very nice. The funny part, we had Jewish people, non-Jewish people. Everyone enjoyed it because we sang English songs. We sang chazanas, which means cantorial, like Joseph Rosenblatt from the Roaring 20s and 30s, and people were able to reminisce about the old songs because we have young people and old people, so we want to cater to everyone, whatever they need.
And speaking of catering, let's talk a little bit about the Midwest Palliative and Hospice Care Center. So, in terms of, you're Jewish, you're a rabbi. Do you cater to just Jewish people? Or?
I cater to everyone, Jewish and non-Jewish people.
So all over the place. And by the way, it's interesting to me how many people I've met who've seen him on the show who said, in my time of need, he took such good care of me and the family and all the rest of it.
Like one person asked me, Rabbi, you're going to be in trouble. I'm Catholic, and you are helping me praying. So is it okay in Judaism? I said, not only it's okay. In Judaism, the Talmud in Gittin, page 61, mentions the two things you are commanded to do is to visit the sick, does not make a distinction if he's Jewish or not, and also if someone has no one to do his funeral, you can do it. So he was shocked. So when I showed him in English, he says, those rabbis were smart 2,000 years ago. In the Talmud, that was written. So I say, we're here to help you. I'm right here to help you and to be with you and to listen to you and to guide you whatever you need.
No, very nice. What else is going on? Got another 2 minutes.
What else is going on?
Yeah.
I just had a beautiful case where a lady came over to me and she tells me I'm Catholic. I look at the face and the name sounds Jewish. So it didn't make sense to me. But my policy is never to embarrass. So I asked her, can you tell me something about you? He said, would you listen to my mishigas, my craziness? I said, of course, don't worry. I was a child doing concentration camp, and my mother was lucky. She was working in the church and cleaning, so she took me in, but we were afraid to say we were Jewish. And she said, the nun, God bless her, that she told us, don't say nothing and I will keep you, I will help you. So we changed our name, and we were told, I told my children I'm Jewish, but I said, don't, advertise it.
Yeah.
Because we were afraid. So I told you don't have to be afraid. The war is over a long time ago, and a Jew is a Jew, it's okay. And then she asked me, Rabbi, can I be buried as a Jew? What do I do? I said, the Talmud says a person can have confession, repent, even the last hour, the last minute of their lives. She says, oh, I know about it. Would you please bring in the prayers and I would say it with you. She knew the prayers by heart.
Wow.
Not practicing for almost 70 or 80 years. She was a child at that time. And the daughters were shocked. They said, Mom, why didn't you tell me that you're Jewish? Because, I'm going out with a Jewish boy and the rabbi tells me I have to convert. What should I do? I said, you have to only go to the ritual, to mikveh, and let, and you can ask, and have your rabbi come, we'll talk things over, we'll see what we can do.
No, it sounds terrific. And
so you never know how much you can help, that that people go out from the closet and trust you, and it's a two-way street. I was able to help her, and she was able to explain me why she did things, and I understand,
Terrific. And at this point, I've got to cut you off because this is the end of the show.
Thank you.
So thank you very much, Rabbi Pinchas Eisenbach. Sit still for now. I want to thank my entire technical crew, Sonny Hirsch. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Bye-bye.